You're listening to Whiskey Ramble for the Always Next Year Podcast Studio Network. You can find the team on Twitter at ANY Podcast or visit us on our website, www.alwaysnextyearpodcast.com. And now, drink with us while we listen to the Jackdaws.
A fighting man I used to be, revered and feared through Killarney. Now I'm back to hitching with the wind. But if Mickey Flynn should ever find me, I'll throw me caution all behind me and square off on that son of a bitch again. He cracked open a river too, he beat me Sunday through and through, and such eager my unconscious frame. I won me healthy sheriff fights, well lucky son, still happy life since Mickey Flynn beat me dumb and lame.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Whiskey Ramble here on the Always Next Year podcast. I am your host Steve, company with Shane. Shane, how are you now?
Fine, and you?
Not so bad. I got some whiskey now.
There you go. We are 3 fingers in.
Yeah. I'm off tomorrow, so it's going to be a good one.
There you go.
We are going to start by talking about our bets as we always do because we are becoming gamblers in the worst way.
It's not great.
It's not great. It's not good
It's
right
really
now.
not good.
But I can't stop.
Well,
Can't stop. 1-800-GAMBLER if you have any friends with gambling problems.
So if you want to call on our behalf, that's fine.
Yeah, the Sugar House app reminds me every single time I'm logged out and try to log back in. Let's go back a couple weeks. It's been a couple weeks since we did a show. We were kind of busy last week, and then I went to New York. We'll talk more about that. So betting recently, not doing too hot.
Not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, not great at all.
Yep. My best bet was probably
Are we going 2 weeks ago?
kind of, yeah.
All right, fine.
It's too hard for me. I have so many goddamn bets on this history.
Yeah, me too. I'm just going to go to fucking ESPN. Hold on.
Yeah. I don't know if I talked about it. Khalil Mack over under 1.5 sacks. That was an easy
You took
bet
that one.
against the Redskins. Of course, I lost the Bears in the under. So, yeah, that kind of sucked. The Eagles won me money. Thank you, Eagles.
I won't bet on the Eagles.
Well, you're probably better off doing that because the Eagles are kind of scary to bet on.
They're horrifying. I can't. As long as Jim Schwartz is there, you can't bet on the Philadelphia Eagles. It's just
It's
absolutely impossible.
I will continue to. So I've somehow become like somewhat of a bookie.
That shit made me laugh. So driving you to your bar when we screwed up that week,
Yeah.
you're taking phone calls in the car, placing $50 and $100 bets for other people.
It's just one person.
Same guy?
Yeah.
What a jackass.
I told him he missed out on the one because it took too long for me to get in. So he said, oh, yeah, do this one. So he's up like 200, 145.
I think I had a good week that week. Hold on.
He's up like 145 with me. He paid me back the one time when he lost, which was nice. He told me to put in a $50 bet. I don't remember what it was on. But they lost, so he paid me. So I can anticipate payment when he's finally in the red. But he wanted me to bet the last of his money he had, we put on the Eagles. So he won that one. He's like, all right, all the money I have left, put on Penn State. So that took him from 100 to up 200.
Who did Penn State even play?
Maryland.
Oh, yeah, screw that. Now everyone thinks Penn State's the second freaking coming because of the way that,
Well, I mean, they played Maryland. Is Maryland ever good?
Shut the hell up.
What?
2 years
You
in a
don't have to
row.
yell.
I am
We're all friends
so
here.
bitterly angry at how ineffective Texas is when they play freaking Maryland. They somehow make that school look so good at the sport of football. It is absurd. Thank you, Tom Herman, for never, ever finding a way to beat Maryland. Continue.
Sorry, I need to stray away from betting. Somebody offered me Darrell Williams for Robbie Anderson in fantasy. I'm hurting for running backs.
Man, I'm hurting for a win. I'm 0-4. My plan of losing this year so that I don't have to play next year is a little too effective now. Like, now I'm going from champion of the inaugural year of the ANYP Fantasy Football League to 0-4.
It's very good going from first to worst.
This hurts. Like, I needed to, like, lose in a close playoff match round one. I could have been like, I can't do it anymore. I hate fantasy sports. And I do hate fantasy sports, by the way, for anyone listening.
You only say it every show.
Do I?
Yeah.
All right, well, I hate fantasy sports so much. But man, it's an ego shot to live in a household with people who are just so much better than me at fantasy sports. Oh yeah, how'd you do last week?
I won.
Okay, week before?
I think I lost.
That's
correct. I was
correct.
1-2. I thought I was 2-1, but I was 1-2.
You lost to Steph, right?
Of course I did.
Yes, bitch beats everybody.
Yep. So going back to our bets.
Going back to our bets, yeah.
I did a part. Let's just go to this week. Fuck it.
Thank you.
It's too hard to go back with all the bets that we've placed. It's absurd.
know.
I'm back at Thursday night, so bet on the Eagles to win. I bet a prop for Jamal Williams to score, and I was really just doubling down on fantasy because I started him in fantasy. That's how desperate for a running back I am. And then Derek Barnett fucking murdered him. Literally murdered him.
Oh yeah. That
And-
was something.
And me at this guy that was next to me at the bar, he had Jamal Williams too in his fantasy. And we both looked at each other and were like, why couldn't it have been Aaron Jones? It's really fucked up, but it's true in fantasy world. Here, I thought it was a lock, was Chiefs at Lions, Bucks at Rams, and Raiders at Colts. So I took the Chiefs, Rams, and Colts. That all got fucked up. The Rams and the Colts both lost. How? You still searching?
Yeah, sorry. I'm still... Well, I had scrolled back so far to get back to week 3 of the NFL, and now I'm just now getting back to where I was. Let's see. All right, so I placed 2 parlays this week. Did not do great. 16 parlay, straight money line parlays on this one. Also straight money line parlays on the second one. It was a 14 parlay. Really not great.
Yeah.
Rams screwed up. Let's see.
Yeah, well, mine wasn't as good. I literally bet $5 that the Chiefs would win by at least 2 touchdowns. That did not play out, obviously.
I would have made that bet.
Yeah.
Going in without Darius Slay.
Yeah, that was plus 480 odds. And I'm like, yes, they can do it. It's a dome. Patrick Mahomes the second's going to kill it. And then he didn't really kill it. He still played pretty well. But
He played all right.
And certainly not.
It's
his worst
weird
game.
seeing a stat line with him and not having a passing touchdown. It's just
no touchdown, no interception, 315 yards.
Yep.
Still a good game by any quarterback. But for Patrick Mahomes the second, you're like, he could have been better. Well, of course he could have. He's the best quarterback in the league.
Let's see.
I
Texans pissed me off.
had a 10-team parlay. The Texans, Ravens.
Texans and Ravens screwed me. And the Colts.
Yep.
That was my 6.
Those 3 screwed me, and then the Rams.
And then the Rams.
And everybody was trying to tell me
the
that
Vikings screwed me.
Everybody was trying to tell me that the Jaguars were going to be the one that fucked it up. No, you trust in Gardner Minshew.
That was funny. That's my 14 parlay.
Yeah.
I was right on the Seahawks, right on the Jaguars,
So
wrong on the Rams, wrong on the Vikings.
I placed all these bets Friday before I got into New York. So I'm going to blame it on that.
The fact that you were in New York.
The fact
just
I did it 2
screwed
days
everything up.
early. I did it 2 days early. That's
Yeah,
why.
you're an impulse guy.
Yes,
you got to
I
do
am.
it on the spot.
Yep. So
Understandable.
as soon as I get back into Pennsylvania, I got to recoup some money. So I have developed this OCD with my account on Sugar House. It needs to be even. So I'm at 350 right now.
All right.
And that's mainly because I had 22 cents. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm betting on the Saints against the Cowboys. $22.22. Brought it back to an even 380 or something. All right, and it paid out. And it still kept me even. I stupidly bet on the Bengals.
Not smart, man.
I also did another double down on a fantasy player for John Ross to score a touchdown. Apparently he died.
He died.
Yeah, I actually put $8 on that.
He's done for the year, I think.
Yeah. Then my coworker said that Nationals winning was a lock, so I put $50 on it at minus 175 odds, which I never do. But he said it was a lock, so I trusted him, and it paid out.
Yeah, fuck you.
So today he told me Athletics and Leafs parlay. It's a lock. I'm like, you are 1-0, so.
So you're just someone who's 1-0.
Dude, anybody could walk in. This is a Barstool thing. Anybody could walk through that door and tell me this game's a lock, and I'm gonna bet it. So that literally in quotes, I texted him that. So now every time he tells me it's a lock, I have to bet on it.
That's funny.
It's just a matter of how much money I put on it.
And what did you say? You put 20 or 50?
I put 50 on it.
Yeah, I put
plus 184. Then my buddy also wanted the Athletics, so I'm like, yeah, you're up 145, so I'll put 45 on it. So,
Bookie Steve. You take commission on some of this shit, man?
I'll take some interest off of it.
There you go. Juice is up 5 points a week.
Yeah. So then it is the beginning of hockey season.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
shit. Yeah, I play Spitz tonight.
Now I'm getting fucking reckless because I did a 3-team parlay for $4. It pays out 48. I dropped my phone. I took the Sharks over the Knights, the Canucks over the Oilers, and the Capitals over the Blues. Astonishingly, they were all underdogs.
Yeah, right?
I don't understand. Like, the
Wait, did we
Canucks,
take the same parlay? Did I?
did you do the same thing? I sent you mine. Are you looking at that?
No, I'm looking at mine.
Also, that's another thing. My phone gallery now is all screenshots of my fucking sugar
Bad
house
slips.
app. Yeah.
Let's see. I put $20 on futures for the Astros to win the World Series.
Probably not bad. How much did that pay out?
It's plus 220.
Ooh, that's not bad. How much did you do again? 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. They can do it.
And then
They got Verlander still.
so they do, and he's ridiculous.
Still,
then they have
somehow.
Greinke.
Yeah, they got Greinke, who the Phillies should have traded for.
Philly should have done a lot of things, man. This is a very, very bad year to be a Philadelphia Phillies fan. Should have been a wonderful year. I told you I took the under last night in that game. Well, I took the Brewers in the under.
Yeah. How'd that work out?
Yeah. Let's see. I think I only put $40 on that last night.
Okay. Well,
Where am I at here? Yeah, I took the fucking same thing. Yeah, I took the Caps, Sharks, and Leafs. Yes, we
okay.
took the same thing.
Yeah, but instead of your Leafs, I took the Canucks over the Oilers.
Okay.
I have the Leafs with the A's.
Oh, that does not play well, man. My odds are plus 666.
Oh.
Apparently, I'm gonna die tonight.
Well.
If you believe in like awkward omens.
Don't worry. All my passwords, the numbers are 666, so.
All right, way to tell all of our listeners that on the most listened to AMY podcast.
My password isn't legitimately 666. It's just 666 are my numbers in it. You gotta figure out what the word is and then what the special character is.
Jameson 666 exclamation point.
Fuck, how'd you know?
All right, we're changing passwords here at AMYP.
It's not that. It's Steve.
What did you take tonight, by the way? I took Tampa Bay.
I took the A's and I took the Maple Leafs.
Right.
Yeah,
You did the
parlay. Yeah, I just mentioned this 5 minutes ago.
I know.
What are you,
I'm
Rob?
sorry. No, I was scanning through my damn
What's next? I want to mention the GM of the team, and then you can say, "Who's the GM?"
in the never to be heard of episode of Whiskey Ramble.
No, that was the Disciples of Ed.
I don't think that was.
It was. We were talking about the Eric Lindros trade. Sorry, Rob.
I do remember that.
You were
I
right
was
over there.
taking
You're
video.
like, you did a double take. It was pretty funny. Rob wants to record tomorrow night or Friday.
Shitballs.
Why, are you busy?
Yeah, I'm busy. Well, first of all, we're not recording Friday. It's opening night. Like,
Well, they played 2.
I don't think they play at 2. Do they really? That actually,
I think it's 2 Eastern.
man, I love that if that's the case because I work
Flyers,
Friday night.
Chicago opening game. Canva. What the
Yeah,
fuck is
2
it?
o'clock, man. You're right. How about
Eastern, right? That's Friday. Why couldn't it have been tomorrow? I'm off tomorrow.
It's true. I'll actually get to watch this game almost in its entirety,
Be nice.
which is
Better
quality.
be on fucking the NBC Sports app because I'm bringing my laptop and I'm putting it on the goddamn TV.
As you should.
Yeah. Except it's a Friday, so we're fucking busy.
That does suck.
Yeah. Oh well. I can delete some of this shit. Back to betting.
Back to betting.
Who are you thinking about this week? What's a big game, like a big money game? I'm putting big money on the Chiefs.
Are you going NFL? All right, let me go back to the NFL real quick.
Yeah. We got to stick with NFL. Like hockey is like really, really, truly impulse because
Yeah.
you really never know. And I don't know about FanDuel, but Sugar House, you can bet for a tie in 60 minutes, which I'm probably going to overuse this year. Oh, these two teams are really evenly matched. That game's going to overtime. Oh, this game doesn't make sense. That game's going to overtime.
Man.
Plus 330, give it to me.
There's a handful of games here that are upsets that I would
But in
jump
NFL?
at. Yeah.
Okay. Shoot.
All right, so let's see. Let me bring this up. All right, first of all,
Maple
I
Leafs are winning.
think 2-1 now.
3-2.
3-2 now.
The Blues are beating the Caps, but that's fine. Because next I'll just... It'll be good.
There you go. Maybe a Gudis blast.
Yeah, all he does is get the puck at the red line and shoot.
Just shoots. I do think the Falcons can beat the Texans.
I don't know. I don't trust the Falcons.
I don't trust the Texans. And I will give our AMYP co-host LJ some credit here. He rips Bill O'Brien constantly, and he's 100% correct.
He's not a good coach.
He's an awful coach, man.
Our team would be a lot better if they had a better coach.
I agree.
So they're fucking themselves, and we're just reaping all the benefits.
So at plus 188 there, I would take the Falcons over Houston. That's one. Where was the other one there? The Bills at plus 132, and the Titans. I don't trust the Titans for anything. They're good every 3 weeks, and then that's it. It's kind of it. Every 4 weeks even.
I will tell you this. The AFC South will end up being 2 teams at 3-2 and 2 teams at 2-3. The Colts and the Texans will be 2-3. The Titans and the Jaguars will be 3-2.
Ooh.
Where can I place that bet?
I'm sure there's a way to do it. Let's see.
I'm thinking the Giants over the Vikings.
Giants over the Vikings is a good bet too.
Kirk Cousins sucks.
Kirk Cousins is terrible.
And it's Danny Dimes time, and
I'm not a big Danny Dimes guy. First of all, it's ridiculous to call him Danny Dimes, but
I already told my.
But it's another good bet.
Broncos Chargers. That's a tough one. It's the Chargers, man.
I know.
I don't think I can bet on them again. I literally left them out of my parlay. I left them out of my parlay against the goddamn Dolphins. I left them out of my parlay against the Dolphins. Yeah. That's how much I will not bet on the Chargers.
I didn't bet on the next week after they screwed me in week 2 against Colts. So yeah, this week's there's a lot of decent upset matches here. I could see Green Bay, bouncing back and beating Dallas. So yeah, man, I can see the Browns beating the 49ers. This is a decent upset week.
How are the Cardinals eat +3 against the Bengals? That's absurd.
What? Well,
yeah. Oh no, I did not want to do that.
Yeah. Don't make any bets now.
No, I just hypothetically do the 10 or 12 team parlay.
Oh yeah, I'm done doing that, man. I can't do these 6 teams, 8 team, 10 team parlays.
It's only $5.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
You're betting more, aren't you?
I'm not.
It would have goddamn worked if the Chargers would have fucking won that game week 1.
That would have been great. So last week was the 16
That was the highest
parlay.
pay I would have gotten. Oh my god, fuck the Chargers.
$1,200.
It was $1,500, $5 to win $1,500.
Yeah,
fuck off, San Diego.
Yeah, man.
God damn it.
You know what pisses me off to no end? So I am not having a good year betting on NFL games. However, I am in a family pool, a pick'em pool, that last week I picked 5 freaking games right, and that's it. I'm still in first place.
Oh, that's good.
By 3 games.
I'm in a suicide pool. I would love to be in a legitimate suicide pool, but it hasn't been created yet. But no, me and my roommate are splitting a suicide pool, and he forgot to ask me, and I forgot about it this week. And he's like, "Yeah, I took the Chargers." I'm like, "Good thing you took that without talking to me, because I wouldn't have said yes."
Yeah, absolutely not.
So yeah, it worked out. And he was like, "Who do we take this week?" I'm like, "Patriots." Patriots against the Redskins.
Patriots, yeah.
He was talking about. Oh, fuck, now I forget. Oh, fucking went back. I saw the schedule up.
There you go.
He was saying who was he saying? Well, I was saying Eagles or Patriots.
What?
He was saying Saints. And I'm like, no, dude, the Buccaneers just beat the Rams, so stay away from that game.
Yeah, it's another team I don't understand.
Tampa?
Yeah.
I like Bruce Arians. I wanted the Chiefs to hire him instead of Andy Reid. Yeah.
Do you think he would have the same success or less success with Patrick Mahomes?
Is that you or me?
That was me. I'm dying.
I was like, I didn't feel anything. It could have been me.
Yeah, no, it's me, man.
Nobody heard it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just like that fucking kid screaming.
No, those kids did scream.
Yeah, I just like Bruce Arians. It depends if Todd Bowles is here. I really like Todd Bowles. He's one of the best defense coordinators. But your question was, would Arians have the same success with Patrick Mahomes II? I'm not sure if they draft him.
Yeah.
I am 100% not sure if they draft him. They probably go with fucking...
Well, you still theoretically would have had at least 3-ish more years with Alex Smith.
Yeah. I'm not even sure how well he would have done with Alex Smith. I mean, he did great with Carson Palmer, and I really like Carson Palmer.
I also really like Carson Palmer.
But I'm just not sure. I don't know. Maybe you see more of that NFC Championship game against the Saints of Alex Smith. Maybe you see that more. But I really don't know. It's a what if. I would like to, get that machine and just be like, what would have happened? Do I want to live in that world?
You would not have
Do
lost
I get laid more?
28. Sign me up if it happens. Seriously.
I will take the struggle of the Chiefs as long as I get laid more.
Yeah, I'd take that too. Let me see. What's one upset that you're taking this week in the NFL? If you had to take your guarantee on an upset, you could take a money line, you could take a spread, whatever.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Jaguars over Panthers.
Jaguars over Panthers for you?
Yeah.
I go Bills over Titans.
Matt Barkley's playing. I meant to say if it didn't come out.
Don't care.
Really?
I just don't trust the Titans. They show up once a month they show up.
Yeah. Well, Adam Humphries will have 10 catches, and then everybody will pick him up and be like, hey, I drafted him.
Screw Adam Humphries. Every team's got a white guy.
Yeah. I mean, Rams, can I count the Rams into it? Because I would say Rams. The Rams definitely beat the Seahawks this week.
Yeah, that's a weird... I don't get that.
I think they're only favorites because they're home, and they're both 3-1.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because they really did not look good. Defensively. Honestly, offensively for the first half too. They just look like a sloppy mess.
People are figuring them out. That happens.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can't. Sean McVay he's a joke. I hate Sean McVay.
I don't hate him. I just hate how the NFL keeps hiring people that worked with them for a year. Zach Taylor should have never gotten this job in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He was a quarterback's coach. Also, fuck the Rams. Sean McVay is the offense. There's
That's
no
it.
reason.
You don't need Goff. You don't need anyone.
You don't need to extend Goff and hinder your cap situation. You just
that was a terrible contract.
You let him go, or you trade him and you reap some draft picks. You draft the next quarterback. You figure it out.
Figured it.
I would have fucking they pissed me off from a management standpoint in that way. Do I think I'm smarter than everyone, or am I just drunk? I don't know.
A little of both.
Yeah,
column A, a little
column
B.
What I was saying. Yeah, so it's
what kind of futures do I got going on right now?
You got futures? I got no future.
Well, I don't have any future right now either. My future is this podcast.
Yep. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
All right, you keep looking. I'm going to talk about my New York trip.
Talk about the New York trip. Let's get off the betting because otherwise I'm going to sit here and place 85 more bets.
2 hours later, we're still talking about betting. God damn, fuck the Chargers. That's how it would end up. So I was supposed to have a fantasy hockey draft in Long Island where the league is. And me going there so often back in a couple years ago, I was invited to join, so I did. So we're told the draft is going to be Friday at 8. So me and my buddy, I'm like, yeah, I'll get the hotel room. We'll stay there for 2 nights. Come back Sunday, maybe after the Chiefs game, maybe before, so I can watch the Chiefs game. Ended up coming back after the Chiefs game. So we're in the Uber to Trenton, and then we notice the draft was moved to Sunday at 8 p.m. And we're like, what the fuck? I'm like, well, we're gonna have a good time in New York. Yeah, our Uber driver's kind of insane getting to Trenton. He's like, oh no, I know how to get there, a better way that's faster than this. The GPS is telling him what direction to take, and he just gets no, shut up. I'm like, this is kind of entertaining, but okay. My friend's fucking high as shit. I'm like, I just really hate my job. I'm happy I got out of there an hour early. So he keeps talking to us about random shit, and then he's like, yeah, I used to live in Manhattan. I'm like, all right, Bobby, this is all you. Headphones in. Eventually we get to Trenton, catch the train that was supposed to leave 2 minutes before we got there, so that was some good luck. Get into Penn Station. Well, no. First, the train ride to Penn Station. There's one single kid in this one car. There was only 4 people in it. It was me, my friend Bobby, and then I guess this woman and her child. And the child just screaming, and I'm like, headphones in. And my friend Bobby's like, I wish I had headphones. I'm like, well, I mean, we could share.
Well,
but
that's adorable.
I got to listen to my podcast, see how I did. You know, you want to listen? He's like, no, I'm not sharing fucking headphones. I'm like, cool. Enjoy the kid.
There you go.
Lean back. Get to Penn Station.
What kind of person gets on to a train and doesn't have headphones? What's wrong with your friend?
His apartment burnt down, so.
Oh, man, I feel that on a personal level.
Yeah.
Yikes. Sorry, dude.
Well, he did.
I have an extra pair of headphones I've never used if you want them. From one burnt house guy down to another.
He needs the adapter now.
What adapter?
Which is, like, these new phones now, you need an adapter for headphones.
Oh, yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah,
iPhones do.
It's so stupid. Yeah, and the new, like, Androids
More
do
ways
now,
to make
too.
money, man.
It's absurd. Fuck capitalism. Fuck the world in general. Don't
I
take
agree.
that. So we get to New York, and this is the first time I've gone to New York without wearing a flyer shirt. Because I was right out of work. I'm just wearing, my black shirt, my black button. I'm like, all right. And then I'm looking around. I'm like, I fucking hate this place. I don't really hate it. It's just funny. But, I'm like ran into like 3 times, like trying to like speed walk to get to this train because I know it's like 10 minutes away.
How the hell do you speed walk on one
I
leg?
can still kind of do it. I was wearing the brace. I was wearing the sleeve.
There you go.
So that helped.
How is your knee now? I don't even know that I ever actually asked you it.
It's getting better. Like, I can walk around. It's just every now and then it hurts. Like, when I do the stretches, it hurts. When it rains, it hurts.
Yeah, well, get used to that. That's a pain in the balls.
Funnily enough, I had a customer who was like, yeah, you getting around all right? How's your knee? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Oh, God, that's a lot of water.
That is a lot of water, man. Here, you need to pour some of that out.
Yes, sir. So, he's like, yeah, how's the knee? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Every, like, 20th step, it hurts. Other than that, I'm good. He's like, well, as long as you're not one of them guys who are like, yep, my knee hurts. It's going to rain. I'm like, no, I'm not like that, but when it rains, it does hurt. He's like, yep, that's what they say. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not predicting rain because my knee hurts. So it's different. He's like, yeah, you're right. All right, I'll see you later. Okay, good talk.
Good guy.
He is actually a very nice guy.
There you go.
So, get to Penn Station, fucking trying to fly through it, get the tickets, get onto the station, get onto the train, and they have bathrooms on it, and I'm like, I really gotta pee. I've never used the bathroom on the train. So I'm like, Bobby's like, yeah, it's the next one down. I'm like, okay, so we go to the next car, and then I'm like, oh yeah, where's the bathroom? He's like, it's right over there. Get up, try to open the handle. I'm not even sure if it's the bathroom. I'm not even sure it's the bathroom or like some like storage like thing for like the train people.
Did you not go in?
It was locked.
Oh, all right.
So I'm like, oh, that was awkward. So I sit down, and Bobby's like, oh yeah, she's out. I'm like, I can't get up again. I just feel too awkward now. I can't try again. I'm holding it. We're in too deep. So we get there, and he's like, all right, I need to stop at Chase Bank. I need to make a deposit. I'm like, okay. But on the way there, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stop at Capital One because there's actually a bank there, a branch. And he's like, if it's still open. I'm like, why wouldn't it be open? So I don't say anything about his Chase. He goes to Chase, it's closed. And I'm like, he made that joke, and your bank was closed. All right, let's get to this hotel so I can go fucking check in. He's like, all right. Check in. Fucking hallway smells like dead prostitutes.
Hot.
As it always does.
Hot.
That's why I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Get in there, check in, immediately turn the fucking air conditioning all the way up, or all the way down, I don't know. Turn the air all the way down, as we always do. Turn the TV on, turn on some stupid-ass fucking movie. Every single vacation movie was on. National Lampoons.
Honestly, I respect that.
Yeah.
That's quality watch.
So the next day, hungover, kind of decent, I don't care if it's September and Christmas Vacation on.
Doesn't matter.
It's the best Christmas movie there is.
It's up there.
No, it's the best.
Let me think.
Yeah? No. Christmas Story is way too overplayed.
What's up?
Are you going to say Die Hard?
Yeah.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
That's what I say.
But I've never seen it all the way through, so I can't.
You can't comment? All right, well, we're going to have to...
I can't opine about it.
Opine about it? All right, well, since you can't opine about it, I'm just going to correct you now and say, yeah. I think... I'll be willing to say it's 1 and 1A.
Okay.
Both quality watch.
Christmas Story was it for me, and then
Christmas
I watched it
Story is
17 times every Christmas.
Yeah, it's absurd. You can't do it anymore.
And you know what's funny? I fucking hate Christmas. Can't stand it. Stupidest fucking holiday. All of you, go fuck yourselves if you love Christmas. Shane's over here like really into his phone, just trying to ignore what I just said.
100%.
Silence speaks words. Silence. So we go to the bar, usual shenanigans. Bobby's about to get laid, doesn't get laid. Yeah.
Did you go, like, is this by a stranger?
No, it was the girl he used to work with at this bar.
Okay. All right.
So the potential was there. It just didn't happen.
Is
Girls,
that the only reason you guys went?
no, it was supposed to be a fantasy hockey draft. Were you not listening, Rob?
I was listening, but I'm saying, like, I also plan things around an ulterior motive.
Oh, yeah, me too. 100%.
So was this his
No.
ulterior motive?
No, because it was my idea to get the hotel room.
Okay.
So he was probably like, ooh, this could work out. You might need to find somewhere else to go. And I'm like,
Of
yeah,
your
sure.
own booked hotel room. That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah, I'm a nice
You're a
guy.
good guy, man.
I'm a better wingman than I am for myself.
Successful wingman. Failed wingman.
Yeah, I wasn't very successful this weekend. I did my best, but
It didn't work out?
no, he did not get a lead.
My God.
Second night, boyfriend showed up. She got done work.
Well, yeah, I didn't know she was in... Whatever.
Either way, the message is he was getting totally leading on. So, yeah, fucking cunts.
Fennels.
So, you know, do this, do that, drink, catch up with some people. My friend Bobby's like, oh, yeah, it's really unfortunate I'm up here for family reasons. And I'm like, dude, you do realize your family comes here a lot. And they're going to be like, yeah, so I heard Bobby was up here for family reasons, right? Like, how was it? I didn't know Bobby was up here. That's all I could anticipate. I'm like, dude, you realize that you could easily get caught in your lie? You need to be smarter about your lies.
Yeah, not great.
And he's like, nah, it won't happen. I'm like,
It didn't happen.
it would happen. It didn't happen. Eventually, his aunt and uncle came to the bar the next night while we were there, and he's like, oh, shit. All right, I got to think of something. I'm like, well, you should have never said anything yesterday. So he had to, like, text his dad and everything. It was kind of funny. I'm like, hey, even if you want to leave, I'll just be here. Your aunt and uncle don't know me. If your dad comes in, hey, I'm here visiting my ex. Not really.
Well, should have visited it.
Yeah, I should have just said I was there for business.
Could have done that, too.
I could have done that. I was still dressed appropriately.
That's just to say, strapping young man, suits all the time.
That's
Suits-ish.
My friend was like, what, you're always wearing a button up now? And I'm like, well, I get done work and I don't want to get changed.
That's exactly what I did.
What I do is, like, I'll take off my shirt and my shoes, and then if somebody says, hey, let's go out and grab a drink. All right, shoes and the shirt coming back on.
There you go.
Just too lazy to take the pants off.
Yep. I stayed in everything. It was a problem. I was wearing suits every day, came home, just stayed in it.
That's what I end up doing. The worst is when I fall asleep drunk in them. And I work the next day, I'm like, where's my precisely one other pair of pants? I only have 2 pairs of pants. What's wrong? You wear them 2 days.
Are you kidding me?
I shit you not.
Dude, do you need, like, extra dress clothes?
No, I have money now. I just don't feel like buying clothes. It also hurts that some of the clothes I have don't fit anymore.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm offering
because of
mine,
the
because
fat.
mine don't fit me, which means they will then, in turn, probably fit you now. So you're approaching that, time where I thought I was fat, but wasn't.
Yeah, well, I'm actually fat. I'm shorter than you, so.
That's true.
Yeah. Thanks. You just admitted that I'm fat. It's appreciative.
No problem, man. Cheers. He's a handsome man. He's like 6'2". I'm just 6'4" and handsomer. Is that a word?
All right, I'm like 5'5".
You're 5'5".
Let's be honest.
I'm like 5'8".
Now you're laughing at my shortness. We don't do short jokes.
We do not do short jokes. By the way, you've poured fingers 4, 5, and 6 of whiskey. I forgot to update that.
Yeah.
6 fingers in now.
Off tomorrow. So, New York, get back home. I did partake in a little bit of the smoking.
Oh,
Yeah.
you made your way back.
I
This
still don't like it.
Didn't you just smoke a few weeks ago?
Yeah, and I still don't like it.
All right. How many more times are you going to test it to see if you do like it?
Maybe it'll be a different strain. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for. But no, it just makes me really tired and really hearing myself. And I'm like, I don't want to hear this. And then something's going on out there, and I'm like, what was that? I don't like this.
Did you fall over a railing again and have a seizure?
No, I never fell over a rail.
I thought you fell over a railing in your old apartment.
No, I just fell into a fucking banister.
Banister.
And that was shrooms.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm mixing up your drug usage.
So we smoke, and then I go to the vending machine to get a water for 50 cents because I'm very parched. Put in $5. click water, click like the number and the letter and the number. Nothing happens, and I'm like, I've been here too long. So I've been like 45 seconds. So I just click change.
Mr. Paranoid whilst high.
So I click change, and then all $4.50 comes out in quarters. I'm like, I gotta get to the room. Gotta get up the stairs. Trying to shove these quarters in my pocket, looking at all the cameras. Very awkward.
That's amazing.
I get in, and I'm like, I fucked up. Just laying out all the quarters. He's like, what? And I'm like, try to get a water, and I failed. Where's that beer? Drank the beer, fell asleep, wake up, drank the beer.
Quality time spent for you.
Absolutely. So then I try to get some breakfast sandwiches the next morning, and I feel fucking awkward. I walk into this like deli place, you know.
Were you paying quarters?
No, use my card. No, I couldn't do that. I was way too hungover for that. But I'm looking, I'm like, all right, where's like... okay, that's one. How much was it? $13.50. Oh, shit,
my God.
That's only $4.50. Hold on, I have some singles.
Got it.
But no, I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, you know, we're like, there's any like, you know, like cold coffee drinks? No, okay. So I get 2 Yoo-Hoos. Get 2 Yoo-Hoos, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right, breakfast.
You know, that gave my lady a migraine today.
What?
Yoo-Hoo.
Yoo-Hoo gives migraines?
I don't know. For her, I guess.
She's an idiot.
I agree sometimes. Yoo-Hoo is a great drink.
All right, so I see the line, and like I walk up, and she's like, "Oh, can I get you?" And I'm like, "Can I get 2 breakfast? Bacon, egg, and cheeses." And she's like, "Uh-huh. Okay, thanks. Okay, yeah, if you're ready." I'm like, okay, I have no idea where the fuck I am. I've always thought about coming in here, never did. So I'm there, holding 2 Yoo-Hoos in one hand and my phone in the other, just waiting for me to be called up. One guy goes up, next guy goes up. So, like, I maneuver into the way the line was going, and I'm, like, back in this corner. And then this other guy comes in, and he's like, yeah, can I get a ham and cheese, salt and pepper? And I'm like, salt and pepper, that's a thing? You can get these on these sandwiches?
What kind of idiot are you?
I don't know. Just
I asked for salt and pepper and everything. You can't. People don't season shit.
Yeah.
Too many white people are allowed in kitchens. That's the problem.
Well, these weren't white people.
I mean, I should have known that by your failed accent thing, but too many non-white people are allowed in kitchens.
All right, so this guy orders. He walks away, grabs a drink, and, like, I'm just, again, here in the corner. So, like, physically where I am and where Monkey is like, the counter. This guy is moving to where my glass is. He is moving in between me and the counter, and I'm like, the fuck is going on? This guy's, like, right in front of me. I'm like, what? How am I going to know my food's ready? This guy is huge.
So he's taller than 5'5".
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then another dude comes up, you know, ham and cheese, salt and pepper. I'm like, is the ham and cheese that good? Should I have gotten that? I don't know.
Should have done it. We'll go back.
Can I change? Can I change from bacon to ham?
There you go.
Couldn't do it. Too hungover and just bewildered by the guy that just kept slowly maneuvering in front of me.
Did you ever get the sandwiches?
Yeah, I did. And
right.
I did, and I paid, and I'm like,
and
okay.
Were they good?
Have a good day. They were phenomenal.
Damn. I'm so hungry right now.
Yeah. Well, you got your pulled pork and everything down there.
I do have a lot of food downstairs, except the grill caught on fire while I was cooking. So, burgers are a little well done.
At least you didn't burn your house down.
I didn't burn my house down. No, Stephanie's the arsonist.
All right, so fast forward to me being hungover in bed. I ate the sandwich. I'm drinking beer, trying to, like, cure myself. Hair the dog, did a shot. And I'm like, all right, I can't sit in this hotel room anymore. I'm going to go to Capital One and take some cash out. Make the 10-minute walk. It's closed. So Capital One is fucking closed. I'm like, fucking Bobby was right. God damn it, how was he right? Why the fuck would this close? It's like in a prime corner in this, you know, bumpin' town. This know-nothing town.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, all right, guess I'll just walk back, take the walk of shame. Do I step foot into a bar and have a couple drinks?
Yes,
as soon as I think that thought, I gotta poop. So now I'm like, all right, trying to speed walk home, trying to not jaywalk while there are cops everywhere, because I don't understand how the lights work in New York, because, you know, I got like diagonal fucking arrows and shit. And I'm like,
I hate New York with everything in me.
Yeah. So finally, like, I'm almost like, I've reached the train station, which is like 3 minutes away from the hotel. And Bob goes, "Where'd you go?" And me, I'm like, oh, I thought I would catch up with my ex. I thought about texting. I typed. I'm like, no, he would get super pissed. No, I went to the corpse of the Capital One branch. How dare you be right? Get back, do another shot, drink some beers. Like, all right, yeah, we'll go to the bar around like 4. I'm like, okay, so we're spending about 9 hours at the same bar. Yeah. All right, I've done it before. Remember, it's a marathon, not a race. That's what he says to me.
Oh my god.
As I'm doing a shot.
How inebriated were you whilst entering this bar?
I can handle myself now a lot better than I used to. So, yeah. Fast forward, we thought we were going to go out with his friend, the owner of the bar. Doesn't happen. I'm like, oh, well, that's good on my liver, I guess. I won't black out and make an ass of myself. So, it's me and Bobby. I'm wearing my Coburn shirt. He's wearing his Rangers hat. This fucking drunk guy comes in. A Rangers fan and an Islanders fan at the same bar sitting next to each other. And we're like, hey, dude. So he talks to us for like 45 minutes. I'm like,
how do you just make friends places?
Me, at a bar, it's really easy. Especially when
this is why I don't go to bars, man, because
Oh, you don't want friends?
Not particularly. I don't even want the people who listen to this podcast to say hi to me. When we go to Flyers games and people are like, hey, Shane from AYP, I'm like, yeah. No, I'm sorry. You have been mistaken. I dislike that.
Oh, me, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, hey.
Yeah, you're a good human.
Not really.
You're an approachable human.
Not really.
Man, I'm running out of things to say.
No,
you're a 5'5" human.
Wow, thanks. We don't do short jokes. No, I'm a more personable human when I have alcohol in me.
Yeah, well.
That's what you were going for.
That's what
that you failed at.
Well, there you go. That's why you're here, leading this podcast.
Yes, trying my best.
There you go.
Sorry, got distracted by Monkey's foot.
Man, so me and Monkey had to send a video to Josh for his 40th birthday party.
He's 40.
He's 40.
Shit.
He turned 40. Younger, I turned 30. Huh?
He actually looks way younger.
He does. He looks good.
Like 32.
Yeah, right. And I look like I'm 84. But his lady took him away to some whatever, and asked all of the closest people to him to make this short video, and she put it all together. Everyone was all serious about it and everything. She sent this video. I'm sitting there in a suit with Monkey, like Caitlin wouldn't let us fucking come. Do you believe this shit? I got nothing else to say. Happy birthday, guy. Moved on. Everyone else is like, Josh, I just want you to know, the memories that you've instilled in my life are memories that I will never, ever forget, and I'll cherish for as long as I live. The impact that you have made on me as a human being, I have passed along to my kids and their kids. And I'm like,
what?
Well, me and Monkey are drunk, so here we are. Anyway.
Drunk on coffee.
Back to New York.
Yeah, really, looking back at it, wasn't really eventful. Besides Bobby getting so close to being laid, and then, bartender's done, sits next to him. They're getting all close. I'm like, yeah, this is going to happen. I'll just stay here while you guys go back. I'll just keep drinking. Then the boyfriend walks in. And this boyfriend, sure, he was taller. But, man, was that guy doofy? He looked like a doofus, and he was fat. And this chick is pretty small and skinny and, kind of cool personality. Good looking, too. So I felt for Bobby, man. I felt for him.
Yeah, man, I feel for him right now just from story alone.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn.
House burnt down, failing to secure a
He burned his house down.
He burned his house down. Well, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
I still feel for you, man.
But, yeah, that kind of sucked. So we leave, get back to the hotel. We smoke again. So we're going on a walk, and this car is just following us. You know, the high paranoia sets in. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm done. So I just fucking, put out the joint, throw it. This car just immediately pulls in front of us, turns around. Bobby's like, that was weird. Throws his. And as he's doing that, he's looking away, and a cop's driving by us. I'm like, this is it. In New York, it's going to happen. I get caught. But I kept driving by, and then we get back to the hotel, and I'm like, all right, what's on TV? Mr. Deeds, all right.
Nah, it's a terrible movie.
It was so weird watching it high.
I can't imagine that it's...
You've never been high, so when you're high, you notice different things about movies. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but I enjoy movies more when I'm high, or I hate them more when I'm high. So I'm like, this is just fucking stupid. But
it's a terrible movie.
But then some shit would happen. Yeah, that was funny. I didn't think that was funny before.
Well, I'd imagine that is the
just get
desired
high ones.
effect.
Just get high ones.
Or 40 times. Whatever. At a certain point, I got nothing else going on.
All right, so fast forward to Sunday. Wake up 9:15. Bobby wakes up too, and he's like, "Yeah, you want to try heading back now?" I'm like, "Hold on." Look up train schedule and everything. I'm like, "No, I'm not missing half an hour of the Chiefs game."
Yeah, you already missed 15 minutes this year due to our inability to
Yeah.
read a TV schedule.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not missing a half hour, so we're just going to watch it there, and then we're going to come home. So he's like, all right, yeah, watch. Like, we'll leave around, like, the time the games are ending. I'm like, yeah. The Chiefs should be ahead by 2 touchdowns, and I win my bet. Needless to say, that did not happen.
Did not happen.
So bartender's
Goddamn Lions.
bartender's just buying us shots because he worked with Bobby, and I'm like, okay, this is bad, but okay, I'll just fall asleep on the train. Looking up schedules, yeah, we'll get home by like 7:50, right in time for the draft. He goes, why don't we Uber? And I'm like, you want to Uber from fucking Long Island to basically Philly? He's like, let's just see what the price is. I'm like, okay, $117. I'm like, that's honestly not that bad. We'll split it. But that driver's not going to accept the trip once you realize where it's going. And he's like, yeah, we'll see. So I continue to drink, take my shit. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm ready. And he's like, all right. He's 5 minutes away. He leaves. And he's like, all right, I just called him, let him know it's going to be a long trip. And he's down. And I'm like, are we really fucking Ubering from Long Island to Philly? He's like, yeah. I'm like, holy shit. Okay.
How the hell
Can we
much,
get 2 more shots?
How much did you tip this guy?
He tipped him $100.
Good.
I would have tipped him 20, but I'm cheap.
Man, I still... Can you imagine being an Uber driver, picking up that call,
Yeah.
just being like, I'm going to get 2 totally hammered guys from Long Island.
Here's the sad thing. He's like, I actually have some family in Drexel Hill. So he calls them. It's on speaker and everything, and they don't want the time of day with him. That was upsetting. I felt real bad.
What
for
was
him.
wrong with him?
Nothing. Seemed like a very nice guy.
No, I'm saying the family. Like, why did they...
Nothing. It was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm busy. I just wasn't expecting your call. Of course you weren't. He lives in fucking 2 states away. So he calls
Poor
him,
guy.
and then I think he called like one other dude or one other girl, and he's just like, oh, yeah, unfortunately, I got to get to the babysitters and everything. And I'm like, damn, dude, you just got rejected twice by his own family.
Dude, you want to hang out with us?
Me, I'm like, if I didn't have a fantasy draft, like, I would ask to get a beer.
Oh, there you go. Get tipped $100 and get a beer.
Yeah. Let's flash forward to the fantasy draft. I told my commissioner, my keepers of Carter Hart and Sean Couturier a month ago, and I did it in the site.
Didn't you
A
do
month
that
ago.
here?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And guess what? Didn't translate, so I didn't have any keepers. So I lost out on Couturier.
That's fucked.
And once Couturier, Couturier, Sean Couturier went 1 pick before me when I anticipated picking him.
Retaking him.
So he went, and I needed a goalie.
What
So
round? Second?
no, it was like 6th, maybe even later. Surprising. So I took Carter Hart the next one, and the commissioner goes, Steve, really? Seriously? Carter Hart? I'm like, hey, fuck you, dude. If my keepers would have actually been kept, I would not have to make this pick, let alone after the pick where one of my keepers just went. He's like, I texted all day. I'm like, I told you a month ago, and I did it in the site, so I anticipated it carrying over, but it didn't.
That's screwed.
So he's like, oh, that's funny. I put him in. I'm like,
Obviously not.
Apparently not. So yeah, that was very aggravating. But yeah, I got nothing about New York anymore. How long were we?
How long have we gone on New
Yeah.
York and betting? Holy shit. 50 minutes.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh my god.
New York kind of rambled on, and betting was a long one. Do you want to talk about your rich white Warringtonians?
Warringtonians.
That's how I worded it in my notes.
All right, I like that. No, we can skip over that because rich white people are everywhere and they just suck. What else we got?
Situational chameleons.
Yeah, fuck those humans. That's a good one.
I need you to explain what they are again.
Right.
I know what you mean, but I just want you to explain it for the
All right,
for the
so
crowd.
situational chameleons are people who, they meet you, maybe for the first time, or maybe they've known you for a long time, but they're very different than you, and they feel the need to, rather than just be themselves, which is totally acceptable. If our interests are different, it allows for more interesting conversation and more genuine conversation. Rather, they sit there and it's as if you were like Steve. You go, my favorite color is blue, and I'm like, my favorite color is blue. That's awesome.
Oh god, I hate that.
That's absurd to me. just because I'm interested in X, Y, or Z, and I look at someone and I'm like, you don't even know what X, Y, or Z are. And they're like, oh man, I love X. We should totally hang out. Because like Y and Z, they're my second and third favorite things. And I'm like, you are a dumbass who doesn't know shit from shit. And you got to sit there. So, man, obviously, I know, I'm getting hot
to
now.
roll up the sleeves.
Well, they're awful humans, man. So, and this is happening a lot. So, people who either listen to our show or haven't talked with me in a long time, and I'll just randomly catch up with them.
Listen to the show, I appreciate you.
They do, and so I'm sorry if you feel as though you are a person being called out in this portion. It's probably because you are. But
I'm not. We can talk.
No, Steve's a great guy. I'm not as approachable. We've established that. I'm 5'8".
I'll just ask you what you don't like about the show so I can fix it.
There you go. And I will just kind of keep going along with whatever Steve wants to do as the co-host of Whiskey Ramble.
Yeah, but with your own opinion, which is what I appreciate.
That's correct. But so one of the things that people are beginning to talk more to me about is sports betting. And first of all, like, if it's being like misconveyed, like we've both really just started sports betting a lot. I used to sports bet a lot in high school, and then a little bit after that. But we really, like, this is the first year that you and I, especially together, have had this kind of an interest in it. Well, people listen to one show and they're like, oh man, they spend half the time on Whiskey Ramble talking about sports betting. Yeah. Like, I want to talk about sports betting with you. I'm like, you haven't watched a sport in 8 years. Why are we talking about this? I appreciate you pretending to have interest, but why don't you just ask a question like why?
Maybe this person has bet on the game and won big because he doesn't know anything. He or she.
That I believe, because a handful of the people who I have spoken with are some of the luckiest humans I've ever met in my entire life. Like, their house didn't burn down. They would have gotten laid. Like, all those different things, they didn't happen to them.
You really hit yourself and hit me there.
I know. And then by combination, your friend Bobby.
Yes.
So that's a big thing for me. So I can tell when you're disingenuous. I can tell, and listen, I appreciate anyone who wants to take an interest in other people's interests. That's what's great. But don't fake the interest as if that interest was your own all along and you know what you're talking about. You don't. That shit to me is one of the most maddening things I have. So we watched a game. Did your roommate listen to this?
I don't think so.
Even if
I understand what you mean when you say it.
Right. So I've watched games before with people, and you can tell. They have no idea what's going on.
He has kind of a clue, but like not the best.
I was just saying, I forgot that I already used the example to you, but just in general, imagine watching a Flyers playoff game with someone who's never watched hockey before. Steve or I sit here and react in a particular way to anything that happens throughout that game. You can pretty much assume that we're fairly on point with our frustration or our celebration there. You can assume that we understand what's going on. Then there's an asshole next to us who could be at this game because his girlfriend's a real Flyers fan and he's never watched hockey before. And he's just like, dude, why not just pass? Why not just shoot? Shoot! And that's all this is. And I'm like, can you just shut the hell up? Just sit here and stare and observe. Learn a thing or two. Next year, you can talk a little. Yeah. That's it. You don't get to come in here and chameleonize, if that's a word, my interest to your own. It doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. You're the worst humans on the planet.
I appreciate people that are watching like sports, like trying to get into it.
Just stay quiet.
But there's a thing between bandwagoners and people who are like trying to like learn it. Bandwagoners are like, this team's good, I'm going to watch it. And then like, come on, you got to do this. But you don't really know what you're talking about, which is, I guess, what you're basically getting at. It is aggravating. I had a huge problem with that in 2008 through 2010 with the Phillies. And Facebook.
Why? Who didn't?
Dude, so many people on Facebook at the
just
time
immediately jumped on. They were like,
oh
man, the Phillies are great. And
posting sassy about that watching. Shit. And I'm like, the fuck were you before?
Right?
And then they would be like...
Nationals fans. Last night was absurd to me. I don't mean to cut you off. 3.5 people show up to Nationals games all year. No one gives a shit about the Nationals. They have a terrible fan base. They have a fake fan base, a fake organization. They're pieces of crap. Last night, they showed the hell out. And camera focuses in on all these people, and you can fucking tell, man. You got 45,000 people in that damn stadium, and that camera's focusing in on all of them, slowly going across, and you're like, real fan, real fan. 4 sections of fake humans, real fan, real fan. The government put you here. Like, it's absurd.
Government put you here.
I hate it,
Conspiracy theory of the week.
Conspiracy theory of the week. The Nationals had to pay their own city to stock their stadium like a lake.
Yeah.
With fake fans.
Yeah. Well, so like 2008, 2010, I just had such issues. Like, me at that time, I was constantly posting statuses about, the Chiefs, the Flyers, and everything. The occasional Phillies, but like, I was like paying attention, but I'm not like adamantly typing statuses about the Phillies. I was about the Flyers, and people apparently liked it. It was nice. I thought I would translate that to Twitter, but I didn't. But then I eventually just got so fed up with it. I'm like, fuck all of you Phillies quote-unquote fans. Don't say spring training is in this and this days when the Flyers are in the goddamn postseason. Like, the Flyers are in the playoffs.
Yep.
Be like a Philly fan, kind of, which is kind of hypocritical of me. Being
nearing the 6th finger.
Yeah. So it just pissed me off, and then all of a sudden, like, Philly started to suck, unfortunately, and I'm like, hey, where are all the Phillies fans now? So I was that dick on Facebook. Meanwhile, I believe in Don Brown.
Oh my god, man! I was so excited about it.
It'd also be like people like making statuses about the Flyers and be like, you don't even know what you're talking about. If you want to know something, look at my page called Scott Hartnell's Hair and Claude Giroux's Magic. I think it was Claude Giroux's Magic. I had 2 Facebook pages: Scott Hartnell's Hair and Claude Giroux's Magic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they kind of worked out, but not really.
Whew.
Oh wow, it's a lot of ice.
It is a lot of ice.
All right. So enough about your situational chameleons. Mike Richards did an interview with Barstool's Spittin' Chicklets.
Yep.
It was the first time I ever listened to their podcast, which there's a reason for it. They had Mike Richards on.
Yeah.
So I had to listen. Mike Richards being my second favorite Flyer of all time. One of my favorite hockey players of all time.
Oof.
It's a lot of ice, all right? It's going to water down.
It's like up to your 10th or 11th finger of whiskey there.
I'm off tomorrow. So, the Mike Richards interview. The Mike Richards interview. You listened to it as well. Thank you for that.
I did.
What was one of your main takeaways?
Dude, it's sad. Like,
it is kind of
doesn't
sad.
it sound like his love for the game's totally gone too?
Yeah, I don't blame him for that.
I don't necessarily blame him either, and I feel like a lot of ex-athletes are that way, but like most ex or former athletes can still speak with like some enthusiasm, even hockey players, which we know are a little drier.
Well, to be fair, Mike Richards was never really the best interview like in media.
No, he wasn't, and I do appreciate the fact that they referenced on numerous occasions that they thought that it was going to be a long stretch. Long stretch. I think that's the word.
I don't know where you're going at. So
Doesn't matter.
I can't help.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm looking at a drunk Steve right now. Like he can help me out, and that's a dumb fucking thing. But that he was going to actually come on the show because of his relationship with the media, especially in Philadelphia, and they hate Philly too. So I think they bonded over that a little bit.
Ryan Whitney and Paul Bissonnette.
Yeah, but it's just weird. He sounds like a guy who, honestly, he sounds like us if we would have worked for one company for 10 years and then decided to retire. And we were just like, I'm kind of done with it, man. Like,
I got paid enough. I'm out.
And I'm just kind of done. And I'm like, man, it's like, it's drier than I anticipated it being. And then like,
Me too.
He spoke about the Flyers and his exit, and he spoke about how things were handled in the gentleman's agreement that both he and Carter had, and some of the difficulties with Laviolette there, and
that was actually really funny to me and really sad.
His response was funny. The situation was really sad.
Yes, this is exactly what I was going for.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like on one hand, I'm really glad that you sent me the text and said, "Hey, he was on," because it's like an hour and a half interview almost, like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Which, look, that's classy by Richards, giving him 75 minutes of time.
Yeah. And like maybe like half an hour of it at most was about the Flyers and like that whole thing.
Yeah, and then the rest was about his progression through juniors,
his whole career. Which was nice.
The AHL. It was awesome.
Good way to run it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was interesting.
Ease him into
it. Yeah, right. I dug hearing, honestly, and one thing I respected a lot about that interview was when he got sent back down at age like 30.
Yeah.
Back down to the AHL, and how much he enjoyed even playing with those guys, and how he was pissed off that he didn't get a ring.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's hilarious.
Still waiting for my ring.
He's like, yeah, man, it's still is. Man, they figured you didn't want it. And he goes, I could sell that for fishing equipment. I
think that was Biz Nasty.
Yeah,
saying like,
right.
when somebody needs to sell it.
But yeah, really good interview.
I think he spoke from experience.
Probably.
But yeah, the whole thing, like, they talked about Dry Island. Richie said that he didn't get along with Laviolette. He got along with Pronger.
Got along with Pronger, which that was the first time I've heard that.
Yeah. And me, I always anticipated, like, this is not, like, an issue. This is, like, Pronger trying to take over the locker room, so I'm happy to be wrong in a way, but at the same time...
Well, we don't know yet.
Yeah, he said, like, he doesn't know Pronger's side, but at the same time, like, he got along with Pronger. And he admitted things like that we all probably, like, thought were true. Like, he was not, like, a rah-rah guy.
Yeah.
He was, like, he goes on the ice and he plays his game, and that does set an example. And I can see that being the same thing with Giroux. But it's just strange, like, he said he never got along with Laviolette. I could see that, but the same way, it's like...
I loved the stories with Hitchcock. And he's sitting there, just by the end of his rookie year, he was sitting there yelling. He's like, wait, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I've been there.
But the fact that they brought up Branko Radivojevic was amazing. It's like, he just had this thing against Branko, and he would be like yelling and screaming. Like,
why are we doing that?
He'd be going back and forth with a player. It's going like back and forth with him, and then he'd be like, Branko, what is going on? And Branko's just like, I've been on the bench for like 10 minutes. I don't know.
That was so funny.
And then, so the Dry Island thing, I guess they automatically had to go to, because that's one huge point you want to talk to in like a podcast, an interview with him. He was like, yeah, Laviolette, who we didn't get along with, he's like, we're going to go through this, and I'm not touching alcohol. If anybody's joining me, we're putting our names on the board. And then, like, as Richard said, it's like, yeah, these young guys, like, they felt like they had to, and then they did, knowing, like, a lot of these players didn't actually follow through.
Sure.
And he's like, I'm going to be honest, like, I'm not going to put my name on the board because I know I'm going to have a beer after the game.
I love the comment. Like, hindsight's 2020. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. Like, maybe he would have stayed a Flyer. Who knows?
Yeah. He's like, maybe hindsight 2020. I put my name on the board. Yeah. That was really funny and probably true.
Probably.
But then,
your leader doesn't go up there and follow the coach up there. Like, I'm sure that.
Yeah, I'm sure Chris Pronger put his name up on the board.
Probably.
Yeah, and then he probably was the one that still had some drinks.
Oh, probably right in front of Lavi, like in the locker room, just walking around doing interviews with like a Corona or something.
I was surprised he didn't mention anything about the goaltending. Really, like, he mentioned like the goal.
He did.
He said
the 7
they had
goaltenders,
injuries, but which was still overblown, but still like.
What did they have, 5 goaltenders that year? Not 7.
Oh, man, it was Emery. It was Boucher. It was Michael Layton. Caron started a game. I don't know. It was 4 to 6, 4 to 6.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I could look it up, but I don't feel like it.
I feel you.
But it was funny to hear his, like, trade story where he knew that Carter was, like, on the trade block, even though they had that, like, handshake deal.
Yeah. And that was a funny phone call.
And then they're like,
then
his agent was like, yeah, you might get traded. You might get traded to LA. He's like, okay, if they don't want me, then okay. Which I understand, especially the bullshit he went through. And then he gets traded, and then like an hour later, Carter finds out he got traded. And I'm pretty sure I remember Carter being traded first, and then Richards.
That's what I thought too.
Officially, that's how it happened. I'm 99% sure.
Yeah.
And
or maybe the calls went through to them.
Yeah, and Carter was like, I just got traded to fucking Columbus.
I laughed out loud when the first time Columbus visited L.A., and Jeff Carter stayed with him at his place in L.A., and they had walked on,
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
walking
they
on
took
the
a
beach
walk,
or whatever, and he was just like, how in the fuck did you end up here on a beach and I ended up in goddamn Columbus?
Yeah,
and
that was hilarious.
I can 100% see that conversation happen with the two of them, which is brilliant.
Another thing I thought that was funny that I can kind of like see like why like led to quote unquote his downfall with the Flyers was the rumors of like them coming out with like the story that he like him and Carter and like the whole like him Carter Upshaw loophole or whatever go out and drink, and he's like, we were on like a 10-game winning streak more or less, and then they're going to come out with this story just to be negative. And he's like, I got wind of that, so I went to one of the reporters. I'm like, if you release this, I'm not talking to you. I don't blame him for it, but it did backfire.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But at the same time, Mike Richards will always be one of my favorite Flyers and hockey players of all time.
Yeah, man. Like I said, for a guy who clearly wants to be out of the scene of everything and just kind of live his life, I laughed out loud. Like he's currently living the life that I'm living right now, except he was employed with millions and I was employed with 60,000. Like,
oh, you got a number here.
There was there was a difference, but like they were like, "What have you been up to, man?" He's like, Not much.
Fishing,
I fish a lot.
going some golfing.
Golf one day a week.
Call some Tiburon,
And I'm like, he's like, we go to Florida for the winter, and I'm like, that's it. He's just like, yeah, I just kind of stay off the grid, and I can count the amount of hockey games I've watched on one hand. I was like,
that's funny. No, but yeah, I will always respect Mike Richards. He got the short end of the shaft here, and I will always say that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Short end of the shaft, short end of the stick. Same thing, right?
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, sure. It is now. As much whiskey I've drank, it is now. Do you want to talk about the replay reviews or nah? Going on too long.
We can tease it for another episode. I will just say that if you are going to attempt to make these games perfect in the year 2019 with the technological advances that we have, allowing for replays to slow things down to inhuman, speeds where you can sit there and frame by frame by frame, don't fuck up. Like, don't implement these things. First of all, I think that replays are asinine. I think that
depends on what the replay.
No, I just think in all sports, part of what goes on is human error, and shit just happens. It's gonna break your way sometimes. It's gonna break their way sometimes. The imperfections of those games bring out emotion and oftentimes are rallying points for teams that they've taken away now, and they still fuck up. You can't frame by frame these things. Show me on TV 8 different views that says that call was incorrect, and then come out and say the call stands. I'm sorry, it doesn't work. They slowed down in that Nationals game last night.
Oh, you're going off of baseball?
Everything.
I know, but
because the NFL's terrible.
This came from baseball?
This came from baseball.
Okay.
I was pissed off. But
baseball 100% slows down in an already slow game.
It does, and it's brutal. But Michael A. Taylor, the cartoon character that he is, he looks like a fucking avatar of some sort. He's not a person. But he gets, quote unquote, hit on the hand, and they couldn't find enough evidence to say that it didn't.
You shouldn't be able to review that.
It's absurd. You can clear as day see it. The ball hit the barrel or the handle of the bat, and then change directions.
Sure, you haven't had
I'm pretty good. Change directions and then clip his bottom 2 fingers. Now, if he truly got hit in the hand by a 97-mile-an-hour fucking fastball, it's broken. I'm sorry, it's fucking broken.
Yeah.
There's your goddamn sign, man. He hardly winced as he walked down to first base. I'm sorry, I'm crying, I'm pissing myself, I'm probably shitting my pants because my 2 fingers are no longer attached to my body because I just got a 97-mile-an-hour fastball off a damn knuckle on a pinky. Yeah. I'm sorry. That went off the handle of the bat, and you can't fuck that up. Yeah. Not in that situation.
You can immediately tell based off a reaction, unless you're just fucking...
Unless you're Derek Jeter. My 21st birthday, we went down to Atlantic City.
0 alcohol.
I was there with... some
alcohol?
A handful of buddies, and Derek Jeter gets hit, in quotes, on the hand and does the worst best acting job I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, everybody flops.
And He walks down there and I like Derek Jeter a lot. He's very overrated, but I do like him a lot.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. That post-game interview, so I watched it in the hotel room happen. We went out, we did some gambling, whatever, got back to the hotel room after that game, when the game concluded, saw the interview of him, and they were like, so, Derek, that ball hit you? No, absolutely not, but we needed me on base. It worked. And I'm like, I respect that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
There's no repercussions for that, so.
Shit's going to happen, man. It's just replay in general. Look, I hate it. Everything's slow already. These games are overly perfect and specialized. Fuck it. I'm done.
Yeah. We can definitely talk about
We could talk about that another time. Because I'm pretty sure we're approaching 90 minutes now.
Yeah. Definitely next time, because I'll bring some soccer insight to it.
All right. I'll take it.
All right.
Just send me some clips of fucked up calls.
It's hard to do. I'll just go off what I know and what I've seen.
All right.
And you just bounce off of it.
I dig it.
I will also bring up some other things. I can't.
Just can't do it. You almost tried.
Every time I look at it,
got a big breath.
I can't do it.
All right, well, I'll do it for you, but just one more time. Just Food, our sponsor over here at ANYP, or one of our sponsors. Just Food, 215-794 Food, 215-794-3663. Treat yourself. Take it home. Visit our guy over there, Asian Rob, at one of their 2 in-store, in-shop locations. One's in Buckingham Green in Bucks County, PA. Their other is at Delville College at the Delville Market. Monkey eats there every single week. He's currently just freaking the hell out on the desk because he hears Just Food. So he's about done wrapping up, or he's about to wrap up and be done producing this episode of Whiskey Ramble, and he's going to go downstairs and finish the remainder of our previously picked up Just Food. Definitely go there for all of your events at home, for all of your weddings, grad parties, funerals, whatever.
Birthdays.
You're going to want to visit Just Food. Again, it's 215-794-FOOD, 215-794-3663. Treat yourself. Take it home. Tell them Shane or Steve from AMYP sent you.
Yeah, it's very good. I can never do that.
I know.
Thought about doing it earlier when we were talking about watching the Chiefs game here. I failed because I forgot.
I also forgot. That would have been a much better time.
I know. I did so much better. The Chiefs talk.
Oh, the other thing that we never ever do on our 2 shows. This is fucked up. So you host 2 of the 4.
I coast?
You coast.
I do kind of coast.
You coast.
I coast.
You coast 2 of our 4 most listened to segments here on AMYP, and we never ever say rate and review the podcast. We never give your Twitter handle, my Twitter handle, the podcast Twitter handle, the website, nothing. We just talk, and then we're like, we're done here. And we just walk out like a boss.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we should do.
We're going to do it.
Because you know me, I'm Schmitty324 on Twitter, and you are Shane_Mead on Twitter.
There it is.
We are at Always Next to Your Podcast website is what?
AlwaysNextYourPodcast.com.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if that's what it was.
You were correct. And then AMY Podcast is the Twitter handle.
Okay. And
nailed it. Rate and review us. Then I have to sing Somebody Kill Me Please by Adam Sandler from The Wedding Singer.
Whatever
the
happened?
Only time that Drew Barrymore ever looked even remotely okay.
Whatever happened to doing,
what
was the song? Fuck, you were supposed to sing a song and you never did it.
I was, and I forgot the song too. At least that's the way I'm going to tell this story. I also forgot the amount of reviews I needed for that.
It was like 15.
Nope.
20.
Nope.
25.
Way more.
Wagon Wheel.
Well, there's no hiding from it now. 30 reviews, and I have to sing Wagon Wheel.
No,
Wagon
it was 25,
Wheel.
and you had to sing it. You have to sing it now.
It was 30 reviews for Wagon Wheel.
No, all of a sudden you remember.
And it was And it was 5 specific Whiskey Ramble reviews, and I have to sing Somebody Kill Me Please by Adam Sandler.
Appropriate.
I approve.
But how many reviews was there for me to be sober for a month? I think it was like 100.
100 for you was sober for a month, which honestly, first of all, when we get to 99, stop. We need Drunk Steve for Whiskey Ramble.
We can add an asterisk to it. I will only drink for Whiskey Ramble. And to be fair, that would be great.
That would be awesome.
Because I'll be sober
drunker
for like
faster.
6 days and then do the fucking show.
You're gonna get the shakes. Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that concludes it tonight for Whiskey Ramble. Thank you so much for listening. As always, please rate and review our podcast, ANY Podcast, on Twitter, and you always next your podcast on Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker. Where else are we? Am I missing something?
Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google Play.
Oh, we're on iHeartRadio. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're big time.
Oh, we're moving up and on in the world. But again, thank you. Oh, fuck you, geolocation fail. I'm trying to get on Sugar House and doesn't know where I am. Bullshit. All right. Well, again, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Have a blessed day on purpose.
A fighting man I used to be, revered and feared through Killarney. Now I'm back to hitching with the wind. But if Mickey Flynn should ever find me, I'll throw me caution all behind me and square off on that son of a bitch again. He cracked open a river too, he beat me Sunday through and through, danced a jig over my unconscious frame. I won me healthy sheriff fights, well lucky son, still have me life since Mickey Flynn beat me dumb and lame.